Hey everybody, what is up? It is I, Link, coming at you with a gameplay. Sorry I haven't uploaded the past few days. Family comes first, after my channel. Yes, family does come first. Well, this game I am playing support Kayle. Put it in the wrong skill anyway. Support Kayle. But since they have a jungler, I wasn't able to use my real build. I had to use the fake build. Or by fake, I mean this, more so. We've got a Gangplank top, a Corporate Mundo for our jungler, a Rise as our mid, and me supporting an Ashe as, yet again, Kayle. Now we're going to speed this up a little bit. Not sure if there was a gank or not at the beginning of this game. Now what I can remember about this game is it's complete cheese. And what I mean by that is their Taric that supports bottom lane with their Misfortune, they were way too aggressive, and that was pretty much their downfall. I mean, they did net a couple kills, but that really wasn't, like, good. There's Mundo and him picking up red. Low replay is still broken for me, except, well, recording new ones is still broken for me. But anyway, over here, a little fight in the jungle. Oh, little tussle in the jungle. They quickly take out Ashe. I had to flash away just so I could keep the lane down a little bit longer. Not really much to talk about. Although Kayle is a really good support. She can do damage, she can support, and she can help do really good initiations. Also, Heimerdinger up here, way past where he needs to be. Mundo landing his cleaver, running back, trying to get away from him, landing a second cleaver, and getting right out of there. Or not, he's going back. Gonna go after him, and misses. Down here, me just hanging around turret. I think this is where I put a point into Righteous Fury. Yes, it is. Righteous Fury allows Kayle to do some AoE damage along with hurt enemy champions. So she can hurt them while they're being attacked by the support. And in case the support goes and they dies, it also is a really good way of pushing your lane back. Which kind of makes her able to solo push a lane against a duo like this. Now, they're going to be focusing me through most of the beginning of this game, which is understandable. I am the support, and this is mostly because I wanted to show off the Divine Blessing buff that they gave, or the rework. Let's see, I'll put another point to Divine Blessing. The rework is pretty good. They upped the mana cost, which doesn't really matter if you play it right, but they also upped the heal and the speed effect. That Terra coming out, and me giving a buff to Ashe. Ashe lands a volley. I try and get between them, popping my E, doing some nice damage. Misfortune now very low. Gonna go over there, use my, Ashe used her summoner heal to keep me alive. And I know right now it's pretty much useless because he went there and managed to heal her. I'm low, and this is where I pop my heal on myself, and Mundo comes down to save me in a matter of seconds. Using my E again just so I can get some nice basic attacks out on this Taric, and here comes the briefcase. Briefcase is landed. He goes in there with his E and tries landing a basic, gets stunned, but lands his second meat cleaver and gets a kill. And by meat cleaver, I mean briefcase. I'm not used to Corporate Mundo, and Corporate Mundo may file me under dead for this. Now, top really, Gangplank can't do much except attempt CS because Heimerdinger and his turrets are doing most of that for him. We're going to speed this up. This is another little dull moment. Ahri just getting some CS mid. Their Jungle Shen doing what Jungle Shen does. And bottom doing what bottom does. Not much really happening right now. We're just picking at them. Ashe throws up a ward because we did go out a little bit. I'm debating if I should ward or not. I do not. I get hit by his Dazzle and I start to retreat. Now, this is when we realized that the Taric wasn't playing support, and he was just playing as a bad Taric. Because a lot of mana, which means he plans on dazzling a lot. Me using my E to do some nice damage, getting hit pretty hard, juking into theirs to give myself an extra second, and flashing away. Now, this is another thing about Kayle. She has very good defense, especially early game. So I popped a health potion, and I also am going to pop my mana potion soon. so I can keep my mana up and keep spamming my Divine Blessing to keep myself in the lane. Getting a little aggressive, hitting Misfortune, and getting dropped to a plethora of summoner spells. Corporate Mundo up top, trying to make an important phone call, and this Heimerdinger thinks that his time's more important. Nope. Gangplank coming back, a little bit, well, he's got his critical chance up a little bit more. Let's see. Not much really going on mid. Rise is being Rise, having to take his time since he doesn't really have that much beginning power unless it's 1v1. And Ahri's going back for her item. And Gangplank is getting some CS, which is good. But Heimerdinger did leave, which is kind of bad. Keep in mind that this was recorded, I want to say, with the new update. So Low Recorder does still have some issues with it. Now, this, don't mind me in chat, I was just a little bit frustrated because it's just, yeah. They both had Ignite and they both used Dummy at around the same time. I mean, it wasn't the exact same time, but for support, having Ignite is just wrong. Not much I can really talk about, besides the fact that I still haven't left back. I'm still running a... Oh, no, I did go back when I died, but besides that, I didn't buy anything else. Now, we start landing some nice hits on Taric. Taric being forced to push back. Ashe going into the bush, giving her a speed bust so she can get away. I juke into the bush and walk right on out as Corporate Mundo comes in to tell us that it's about time that we take out this Misfortune. Seeing if he can land his briefcase, does not, because he hit a minion instead, but he goes in there, takes about a tower hit, and I get the kill with my E. Now, it's about I pick up a minion kill on accident right there, and I think this is when I decide to go ward. I'm not quite sure. But let's go look at top real quick. Heimerdinger has Gangplank pushed back behind his turret because of his turret, and Gangplank can't do much, but he just took a turret shot, but also popped his ulti. Gangplank uses his ultimate to try and hit some ground, flashes, and cannot make up the ground due to the ultimate on the turret. Mundo coming up from the bot to go and see what he can see with Ahri. Ahri is about full, but can Dr. Mundo get some nice hits? Misses his briefcase because she juked out of the way. Landing her Foxfire, hitting her with the briefcase. She has her spell vamp, misses it completely, and goes back. Sorry about that. I slain a Misfortune. She got a little bit too aggressive, came out, slowed by Velu, and I want to say Velu, maybe, was slowed by Velu. And I accidentally picked it up with my E from a distance, which kind of sucks because that's my second kill I stole from my RAD carry. Now, pretty much the only thing that she has issues with is her mana, which is why I have that. Shen now at mid, trying to push their lane just a little bit further, and Rise is relatively doing well. Has 2 health potions and still able to hold his lane pretty well. Me and the other support sitting in lane, and he's really not a support. He bought a Brilliance potion so early. I mean, look at that, 56 magic resist at this level. There's not much he can really do to me. Ahri pushed up again. Mundo going in. Can he land his briefcase? He misses his briefcase. Ahri is going to walk out of the way and pop her Foxfire to do some damage. Hiding in the bushes. Coming out and flashing. Missing her flash. Walking back through the bushes. Shen coming through with his taunt. But Rise now dead. Mundo pops his ghost to get a clean getaway. But does Ahri decide to go and pick him up? She does not. Bot lane getting pushed back a little bit. And Ahri just taking some nice shots at the tower. Heimerdinger up top. Oh. Right. Right. He pretty much just walked through here and juked and tower dived for that. Me being just a little low, shouldn't be out here. Gonna keep my AD carry up so that they can get their CS, because I did steal a couple kills. Not sure if there's anything really exciting for a few seconds, so we're gonna speed this up a bit. Just landing some shots. Heimerdinger gets the turret because of his little turrets. Not really much to report here. Mundo requesting assistance at blue. I think this is when he wants to give it to me. Not quite sure. Leaving my ulti up. My ulti, if you guys do not know, gives the player pretty much, makes them immune to damage. Oh! I pop it on myself right here to get away from it, but I did not know that Ignite goes through the immunity, which caused me to a swift meet with death. Let's see. Now that I'm dead, I hate the black and white screen. And Dr. Mundo coming in. Not sure if he can do anything. He has his ultimate popped. Getting hit by Misfortune's E. Landing his briefcase and then forced to run away. To meet Ari. Ari misses her charm. And landing her Foxfire. And trying to land her Q. Misses and Mundo gets away scot-free. Ashe launching in her arrow to get that. And sees nothing of importance except a missing Taric and a missing Ari. Which means that they're somewhere in our jungle and we don't know where they are. There's Taric and Ari about to take out Dr. Mundo. Dr. Mundo now dead. Rise back a turret and just extremely slowed. Bot lane still doing really well. The only one that hasn't lost their turret yet. Which we are about to, I think. Yeah. So me just sitting in here, I popped my E a few seconds ago to clear up some minions while Ashe was out of lane. Behind us comes a Shen and a Taric trying to save her life. I go in there, she lands her arrow on Taric, I turn around and I start hitting Taric. She gets the hit off. I am now about to take out Mrs. Fortune, but it is stolen by Gangplank. Now it is me versus Shen. Shen not going to be able to get away, and someone's porting in, which is a bad thing to do. Shen jukes back, lands his basic and key burst on Ashe, killing her, and Heimerdinger sets up shop right next to my turret. I'm basicing that turret right now just to use it for splash damage as I wait for Dr. Mundo to come and help me at my lane. Not really much I can do. I'm going to stay here and just see if I can land anything on Shen to force him to want to attack me. Mundo now coming up from the bottom. Gonna try and see if he can grab that. Heimerdinger does not and walks away. Me up here trying to get away from Shen. Mundo comes up and starts hitting Shen. We decide that it's okay to take him, and we do as so. Heimerdinger completely out of position, only has one turret up, pops his turret's ulti, and gets completely destroyed by the plethora of attacks. Ashe not coming back to lane. AD carry with 3 Doran Blades. Seems legit. And this is actually just a couple seconds of really nothing. Let's speed this up. And yeah, I think this is still nothing. It's just them still laning. Taric comes through, uses his Shatter and his ultimate, trying to make the ground up between me and Ashe. I'm staying in between them, landing hits with my basic on my E, hitting Taric with my Q to slow him down. Him now in the bushes by himself, and they are about to be completely closed in by all of us. Rise coming in, landing some nice hits. Gangplank ulti, taking out, doing some nice damage on both of them. And Mundo gets a nice double kill, sweeping up that pesky bottom lane. Ari in middle with some CS. And those two up top just pushing the lane. Gangplank grabbing golems. And Misfortune's being a poor sport. Now, let's see. Nothing really to report here. They just easily take out Ari because she's out of position and land the briefcase. Now up here, there was a quick altercation, not really much. What happened was Rise walked into a turret, he popped the ulti and was stuck in between the two. I'm gonna lock my camera on myself real quick. Let's see. As you see, I'm building a lot of items that have to do with, well actually you can't see it. I'm building an Aegis of Legion right now. And after that, I'm going to build a, where is it? A Will of the Ancients. Then a Zeus Herald. And I think that's about when this game ends. I am support Battle Kayle. When I'm in the fight, pretty much my team gets a plethora of buffs and allows us to push even harder. And along with my heal, my slow, my ranged attack, and my ultimate, it's pretty much an asset to the team. To the point where she can help, but is very squishy. That's why I decided to give her my tank runes instead of my support runes. The tank runes give her the extra defense she needs and the extra health she needs. Now I came down here, didn't know I was outside of the bush, getting hit by a Heimer turret, not much I can do. Going to heal myself and try and get past this, getting charmed, everything, flashing out of the way and having to pop my ultimate on myself to get away. Kind of a waste of an ult, but it has a nice short cooldown and there's not really much we can do. Now, Ashe comes in from the bottom, flashing in. Try and land a couple hits on Misfortune. Misfortune is now quickly dead. Heimerdinger's turret's taking some hits on Ashe. Ashe is really low and grabs another kill on a Shen and continues to try and kill that Heimerdinger. Kills the Heimerdinger. Tries to go after, but the minions are starting to destroy. Now, Rise and Gangplank now taking out all the minions to back them off of Ashe and allow me to go back into lane and make sure that nothing else happens. Now we're going to speed this back up to 4. Some mindless Taric pushing lane. As they try and do another mid push again. They get all the way to the turret, as 3 of them, but they don't know that Mundo and Rise are right there at the bottom, picking up some nice hits on Heimerdinger, dropping Heimerdinger. Taric now in there all by himself, popping his ulti, getting locked up, and gonna have some nice damage done to him. Shen teleports to him, not really much they can do. Shen comes in, taunts me, and causes me to pop my ulti and try and run away. I run away with without healing myself, heal myself to get a little bit of a speed buff. Rise now dead, and Dr. Mundo about to be. We slow Shen underneath their turret, land some nice X, and I finish him off with my ease pass, or my ease active. Now, him trying to run through the jungle, having a massive minions behind him, allows us to see him quite well. And that was just a 1v1 fight, them standing next to each other, and that was kind of funny, of how you could really just see what happened. Now, Taric trying to find a way to return, and Gangplank is trying to follow him. I am still sitting in lane, because I managed to pick up a blue buff, so I am going just to keep healing myself and grab some CS. And along with my Aegis of the Legion, I am starting to get really tanky, and this is when you need to start shutting down Kayle. So we're going to speed up again. Not really much to really commentate on. Except that was kind of funny. Those 2 got out of position. Ashe initiated with an arrow on Heimerdinger. Heimerdinger quickly fell to the arrow, and Misfortune was out of position, walking around from here down, and we quickly picked her off. Now, Ahri coming in, doing a little bit of damage to Gangplank, and this looks like another team fight's about to erupt. And this is where it all gets way too good. Initiating with the arrow, quickly dropping Ahri, and then we're going to start focusing out Shen and Taric. Shen now back too far, not being able to do much. Taric trying to continue to tank, quickly dies. Mundo running away with my ulti so he does not take any more turret shots and can still stay here and help us push the turret. Now Shen is back holding his own turret, which pretty much deters us from actually wanting to go any further in. Landing the briefcase on Misfortune, and I think this is when we all retreat and go get some nice items because we deserved it. Ashe going bot to go get all that extra CS. And we're all going mid just to do some more damage. I picked up a Hextech revolver, which gives me a little bit more heal and a little bit more damage on my Q. Ahri out of position, Shen porting in, me landing my Q on Ahri to keep her slowed and landing some basics. Ahri jumps over, I try to land some more basics, we cannot do it, and we have to retreat. Leaving Rise out there all alone. I'm going to use my E on Rise to hopefully get him away from there, and he gets taunted closer to the turret. That was kind of a bad choice of me to heal him there, and it is just me, Gangplank, and Ashe to protect our mid from 4 of them, which gets quite interesting. Shen goes bot to go and see what Ashe is up to, and Ashe gets out of there quickly. Heimerdinger trying to get some nice hits out of me, doesn't really work, and Mundo is having some fun in chat. I'm going to speed this up, just Heimerdinger attacking our turrets, and we caught them all at our blue, and this is about the time we take another Ahri and Heimerdinger. Let's see. Ahri taking some nice damage, and Taric going right after our AD carry. Taric quickly getting taken out, and we are going to go after Ahri. I'm up top hitting Misfortune. Ahri now dropped to a Mundo Cleaver. Heimerdinger now teleporting to a turret, gets completely surrounded and destroyed. Me up here, 1v1ing a Misfortune as a support, gets quickly helped up by the rest of my team. And that was a nice encounter. We're going to speed this back up. We take a quick dragon. And I think we go back and get some more fancy items after we push this turret. No? Nope, there's another inevitable team fight about to happen. This game was actually full of team fights. I mean, normally there's like little brawls, and then team fights happen in a really late game, and 26 minutes I wouldn't consider late game, I'd consider around 30, or at least that's my opinion. Them just trying to keep our minions back, not doing much. An Ahri basic doing quite a bit of damage to our Gangplank, because He's pretty weak at it. Shen taking their wraiths, which it's their wraiths, so don't see why not. Gonna port back, causing them to do that. Ashe now in there. I pop my ultimate on Ashe to try and get her away. They ignited her and got her dead. Now Rise picking up a misfortune and being caught out of position with the getting caught out of position with a Heimerdinger. Now Mundo running back. I really don't have much to do. Gangplank is eating his oranges and running, and I am forced to go back to turret. So this is a... Hold on, I have to stop for a second. Okay, and we are back. Sorry about that. I had to do something. This is actually about 2 hours later, but no real worries. I quickly get picked up and having to pause my flash to get right out of there. Turret doing some nice shots on Shen. Not really much happening. Let's see if we can. Let's see if Gangplank can do anything. Gangplank about to be hit by everyone, so he just pops his ghost and runs. Ashe using her Hawkeye, maybe? Can't remember the name of it. Heimerdinger putting down a turret right there, so it's really hard to get off summoner platform. This game pretty much is not looking too good. I mean, they have more towers up than we do, and we can't do much. Although, Mundo running in there, nailing some nice hits on Ahri. Ahri now really low, causing her to flash and try and get away. Mundo tries to land his briefcase. She stops in the bush to see if she could do anything. Gets picked up by his cleaver. Now, Misfortune pushing bot, and no one really notices. Taric is down there too, but Shen is caught in river. Mundo lands his briefcase so he can make up the ground, but Shen uses his dash and gets away. Lands a second briefcase, but gives up to them now at our base turret. This is too much. Okay. Giving the red buff to Boot Mundo. Giving the blue buff to Rise, and mid. Mid is about to happen. Now I picked up a Kindle Gem. The Kindle Gem right here, I use to build the Zeke's Herald. I picked that up because I like the cooldown reduction and the health. Now, Heimerdinger landing some nice shots. I'm not here to really do much. I'm going to heal. I don't think... Oh, it's on cooldown. I used it to roll out. Now landing a nice hit on there. Okay. Let's slow this down. Misfortune using her ultimate, and Ashe flashing out of the way. Gangplank having to move slightly to the side. Mundo going and attempting... Whoa. Okay, I can't do that. Sorry. Now, quickly getting destroyed. Everyone is getting destroyed by me and Rise. Now, she is trying to run away. I am going to flash and try and make the range up, but she has way too much speed. I even popped my E, or my W to get some room and try and land my Q, but didn't do too much. I think she manages to get away. Yes, she does. Okay, let's speed this back up. Not really much to talk about right now, because there's really not much action. Check out those minions, as they are about to be pushed back all the way to our turret yet again. I'm standing in the lane, preemptively going to get them, and a small fight in the forest breaks out, or jungle. Now, this is where I try to run. Now, I actually did click away right here, but I did lag and caused me to go back and die to Shen. Shen now going to come back with a Guardian Angel. Mundo missing his cleaver, but trying to do some damage, keep him up, and Rise comes in to save the day as Gangplank lands a crit with his... I don't know what that is. I'm guessing his Q. They're pushing lane, going to mid turret, not able to do much, and we lose our Gangplank. Mundo now back out, and Mundo likes his health. 2 Warmogs, one's full, one's almost. Mundo is really tanky, and Mundo is going to be able to do what Mundo pleases even quicker. Now, we're going to speed this up because, as you can see, the recording is almost done, which means that this is about the time where it gets real good, real quick. Now, a small team fight breaks out. They started focusing me as I get away from them. Now, using my ultimate on myself, Ashe Arrow missing, Taric really low, about to be picked up. Misfortune shutting down our rise. Me really low having to flash out, but allowing our Ashe to pick up a kill, but Mundo stole it with his briefcase. Ashe popping her heal to heal up Mundo, as Taric gets picked up in the jungle by Gangplank's gun yet again. Heimerdinger out of position. I try to clear the way as Gangplank gets attracted by, or lured by Ahri. Not much to really go on now, because this is the time we go and take Baron. Let's see. Now, there's really nothing left to say. We're just working as a really good team right now. Mundo able to solo our lane, keep it here. And let's see. We're all full. We have Baron buff, and they are underneath 1, 2, 3 abilities from three abilities. Zeke's Herald, Will the Ancients, and Aegis of Legion. Extra attack damage, magic resist, armor, spell vamp, ability power, cooldown reduction, lifesteal, and attack speed. So everyone around me is going to have extra buffs on top of their normal buffs, along with anything else. Landing that Ashe arrow for the initiation, quickly taking out Ahri. Mundo getting taunted by Shen, quickly getting rid of it, and going after Heimerdinger. Gangplank lands his Q on someone, lands his Q on Taric, dropping him. Mundo picks up Heimerdinger, and Rise picks up Misfortune. Shen now left and surrounded. We are going to quickly pick him up, break a turret, and I think this is when they surrender. Yes, it is. If you enjoy the content provided, leave a like. If you want to stay current, subscribe. And I will talk to you all later.
Your team has destroyed an inhibitor.